Well, many of us, and myself included, tend to take our choice in FPV goggles for granted. After all, we typically only use price and word of mouth to justify what purchases we make. And in reality, FPV goggles are the most important decision you can make as an FPV pilot. Why? Well, that's because they're probably going to outlast any quad that you own. They're probably going to outlast any airplane that you own. And quite frankly, they're pretty expensive. And they can also be the difference between standing on the podium at the end of a race and sitting in the pits watching everybody else have all the fun. So today we're going to talk about the two most common types of goggles that are out there. We've got the box goggles and we've got compact goggles. Now I'm going to start with compact goggles, and the reason being is because they're the most common that I see out on the race course. Fat Shark makes, probably the most common of the most common style of goggle. These are the Fat Shark HDOs. The Fat Shark HDOs utilize two screens right here in the front, projecting back to lenses in the back. You've got a removable and replaceable receiver module on this side. You have an optional head tracker unit on this side. You've got IPD adjustments, which we'll talk about IPD in just a few minutes. And you've got the ability to input external receivers into this as well if you don't want to use a radio signal and have a ground station standing by. Now, one of the things you'll notice is they're kind of small, which is a good thing. They're compact and easy to travel around with. But if you're like me and you have glasses, they don't really fit on your face with glasses on. And that's because these just aren't going to work with glasses on your face. What I've found is that with myself being nearsighted, I can actually still use these goggles without my glasses on and be able to see fine. If you're farsighted, it's going to be a bigger problem. Now, one of the things you can do is buy third-party lens inserts to slide right into the back of the eyepieces on the back of the goggles. And what those will do, you can get them made to your specific prescription. Now, it's not crazy expensive. It's about 60 to 70 bucks for a set. But if you don't want to have to go that route and you want to be able to use them right out of the box, if you're farsighted or have a really severe prescription, these may not be the way to go for you. And the other thing to talk about on the compact goggles is field of view. Now, what is field of view? Well, that's how much of your field of view inside the goggles is that screen taking up. Compact goggles usually have smaller field of views in the 30-degree range to at most about 40 to 42 degrees on the current lineup of goggles on the market. Now, if you want a much larger field of view and a more immersive experience, box goggles are going to be the way to go for you. Now, what is IPD adjustment? Well, your IPD measurement measures your pupil to pupil distance on your face. And everybody's got slightly different. It can be super wide to super narrow. The compact goggles typically have an adjustment for that, but it's only going to be a finite range. Some people are going to fall outside of that range. Some people are going to fall too far inside of that range. So let's talk about box goggles. These are also from Fat Shark. These are the transformers from Fat Shark. One of the cool features about some of these box goggles is you have the ability to remove the screen. And what that means is you could use this as a spectator screen when you're not racing. You could use it on your bench to set up your FPV camera, that sort of thing. It makes it a very versatile unit, and that's a huge selling point for some folks. Now, the box goggles don't have IPD adjustments typically because you're using a large panel to see as opposed to separate lenses and separate screens that move back and forth. Now, what about folks that wear glasses? Can you use box goggles with glasses? Well, in some cases you can. Now, these transformers right here, I can't wear them over my glasses because it's just my face is a little too wide and my glasses sit a little too wide and they don't fit within this. Some people might have luck with that, but I personally can't. However, you're not completely out of luck, and I'm not completely out of luck. We also have these box goggles right here. These are the Vipers from FXT. These also have a removable panel that you can take out and use as an external screen to spectate. It just clips right back in like that. But if you look on the back, you've got a nice big cavity there for glasses to fit in there. Now, I've already tried this, so I know that these are actually going to fit, but I'll show you real quick. I'll just slide this over my face like so, and boom, I'm able to wear these goggles without any problem, and I've still got my glasses on, I can see, and I'd be able to fly with this without any problem. So what kind of goggles do you like to fly, and why? Let us know down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell as well, so that you are notified every time we have a new video that comes out. We've got a lot of content we're really excited to share with you over the next few months, so be sure to subscribe. And until next time, I'm Matt from the AMA. We'll see you out flying.